Welcome back, everybody. This is Zenix, and welcome to my crib. Oh man, check out the new base. Since the last episode, I've had a chance to take the dough out and gather up tons of rock, take out the beaver, gather up tons of wood, and man, I've finally gotten to a point where I've built out enough of the base that I want to show you guys and give you a tour of what the new base is gonna be. There's still lots of enhancements that I'm gonna need to do coming up. But for now, we've got ourselves an enclosed base, which I'm so excited about. For so long, we were sitting in that very large thatch foundation base, which was just not very secure. It was open air, not very cool. But now we have an enclosed base. So without further ado, let's go check it out. Oh man, guys, let's go on in. Wow, look at this open space. We've got that upper level there, which I'll show you in a little bit. We've got the left-hand side, which has a little bit lower ceiling, which is cool. And then we've got the other side, which is a little bit taller. Got all of our gatherers here on this side. A couple of trikes and our stegos over here kind of standing on our garden. The garden's going to have to move because these are now inside, so they're not going to grow as well. But for right now, they're getting the job done. They've got our vegetables that we need for our kibble. Our pooper pig is still over here on his little hatch frame platform over there. We've got our feeding trough and stuff that hasn't really changed that much. Along this back wall, our cooking pot, preserving bin, campfires, that kind of thing. Our industrial grill, fabricator, all in our kind of workbench type area. Got our smithy and our refining forge is always cooking away that metal. Making up some gasoline too. Let me just shut that front gate. Over on the left hand side, we've got a Sarco. I don't remember if that was on cam, but I just ran across one and decided I needed to go ahead and tame it because it was kind of a low level. But that's our little friendly Sarco. A few turtles here, which are super awesome. They're hanging out over here by our parasaurs and our raptors. Oh yeah, it's so exciting. We've got so much space here. Oh yeah, also, there's a mammoth in the middle of our base. Yeah, just hanging out, just chilling next to our little egg Berta or egg Z or whatever her name is. That's giving us some egg bonuses. But turns out our friendly tribe from the north, the tribe of Wonder, helped by knocking this guy out for us, and we had the raptor eggs, the kibble and stuff. So we went ahead and got to tame it up. And they were kind enough to drop it off way over here using their quets, which is sweet. And this mammoth is awesome. Totally amazing at gathering wood and stuff. Mostly wood. It can carry tons and tons and tons of weight. So it is fantastic. I love it. It's awesome. So this is kind of the inside of the base. And I just kind of want to walk you around a little bit. We've got this little door with our little stairway here. Built in some windows so I can just kind of look outside as I'm hanging out my stairway. Run upstairs here. And this is the roof of that left-hand lower side. You can see we're over here kind of close to the river. And I'm probably going to put up some of these little rails, these wooden rails around this outer edge, just because I think it looks kind of cool. On this side, I think I'm gonna build the greenhouse and put the garden over on this side. That's my current plan, is to use this as the greenhouse, which I think is gonna be super awesome. It's gonna give me a lot of space to put in all the plants and everything, and it's gonna be outside, so they'll grow great. And once I have enough of the materials to like start building out the greenhouse stuff, it's just gonna be amazing. It's gonna be awesome here. I will probably have to run another water line over on this side, or I may just run it from our other water line to get it over here. But I can worry about that when we get to the garden. That's kind of what I'm thinking though, is to go ahead and put the garden here, which is super cool. And then if we run along this back side, we have a nice romantic balcony. You could bring your dates back here and overlook the river and the cliffs and out into the ocean. So romantical. Yeah, it's awesome. And then we kind of continue on over to this side, and right now this is the only way for me to walk up to what is essentially where I'm keeping the birds. This upper level inside, we've got our friendly pteranodons over here on this side. We've got Mav sitting over here in the corner, hanging out up in our little perch area that overlooks the center of the base. It's where I'm going to be parking all the birds. But right now, the only way up here is through that ramp that goes kind of outside, which I'm not a big fan of. I want to put one inside, but I kind of want to make sure that it doesn't get in the way of our other stuff. So there is that, and I like it so far. I also want to be able to construct and build stuff on the roof of this other side, which I will have to go outside to see that. Probably gonna be putting in some ramps and stuff to be able to get to this roof here. And I don't know if I'm gonna enclose this roof or if I'm gonna use it for something else. I could put a garden over here instead of on the other side. I haven't decided, but I'm leaning towards the other side because it's a little bit quicker and easier to get to. And then on top of the base, I put in these gigantic hatch frame doors, so the bird can open it up and fly in there if he wants. I'm not a huge fan of them because it's hard to like close the door once you've gone in. But you know, I thought they looked a little bit cooler than just a flat stone floor. And then, kind of the bane of my existence is this ceiling here. Didn't intend to open that door, but on this ceiling we've got cracks. We've got these gigantic cracks in the ceiling, which you may have seen when we were looking up at it earlier, and gigantic cracks like zigzagging all across my ceiling. And that is just a factor of how I constructed this ceiling. I started on one side of the base and kept going, and then started on the other side, and then started from the other side and kept going. And for some reason, because I built the outer two edges first, when I did that, they didn't join right. So I think that I snapped the ceilings in incorrectly here. Like, for example, you see how this ceiling doesn't quite line up with this ceiling. I think that's part of the reason why there are cracks. And so if this one had snapped in together, like aligned right there where those would line up on that side, I think that these would actually go all the way to the end. But for now, there are cracks in here, and we'll see how long before my OCD kicks in and I have to go fix that. But for now, it gets the job done. It's fine. I can live with it. But that is our base so far, and man, I am loving it. I think it's starting to look good. I have some plans for making it look less blocky, but I hadn't started to really implement those just yet, because right now this side over here just looks like a gigantic cube, which is less than ideal. But I think it's doing great so far. It finally got us enclosed so we weren't open to the wild anymore. And it's super awesome. So a couple of things I'm going to do is I'm definitely going to add a garden there. And I might or might not have some interior level on this side with like a walkway over to get up to the top floor on this side, on the inside I should say. And then I definitely want to have some way to get up here, and I'm not sure what I'm going to be putting here on this roof, but I definitely want to be able to utilize this space. And then one of the big projects that I'm going to be working on at some point is to get an outside dino pen, because right now all the dinos fit inside, but I know if I start taming anything else, it's just going to start getting super cramped up in here. And so right now things are doing okay, but I just know as soon as I try to tame something else, it's just going to start getting more and more cramped. So that's our base so far, guys. I hope you like it. I'm sorry I didn't do more of the actual build on camera, but that stuff is so boring. It's just me collecting a bunch of stuff, crafting a bunch of stuff, and then putting it all together. And it takes me a long time to think about and plan out how I want to construct stuff. So I definitely didn't want to build the entire base on camera, and I kind of didn't intend to build none of the base on camera and do it all off camera. But I think it turned out great, and I'm super excited about it. I hope you like it. So guys, as it's been a couple days since I've logged in. One of the things I realized when I logged in is that I ran out of gasoline and my generator just shut off. So my fridge has just stopped working. I don't think I lost a lot. I mean, all the meat that was stacked in there, I hadn't lost a lot per stack to spoilage. So I think it had gone down like fairly recently. So it hadn't been off for a long time, which is good. So what I'm going to do is I'm flying across the map to go to the cold zone to collect some oil so that I can make some gasoline. And so that's what I'm doing, just on my way doing that. Before I start gathering the oil, I decided to go ahead and swing by over here. I saw this red beacon from a distance and thought, why not? We need to be flying kind of along this northern coast anyway to collect oil, so thought why not just kind of swing by over here where this one is and grab it. See if there's anything good there. You know, you never know. So, just gonna fly over here. Hopefully there's nothing terrible over there. It's gonna eat me. Not much can eat Mav, but whenever I hop off him to gather the thing, I just sometimes am afraid I'm going to get jumped by something that's hiding. But usually I don't think there's much bad things here on this little glacier area. See, a Journeyman Gallimas saddle, not much use to me. I don't have one of those yet. Apprentice Rex saddle. That'll be nice. And a Journeyman Stego saddle. Okay. It's a little bit better than those blueprints I got a second ago. So while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and get me some oil. To make all the gasoline that I need like 900 oil. Some crazy number like that. So it's going to take a lot. Fortunately, the Tribe of Wonder has a forge that's kind of close up here to the north, so maybe I can make a couple of small trips to that to get what I need. Man, those saddles weigh a lot. I was hoping to gather more, but we shall see. Gonna throw all my stuff onto Mav. He can carry a lot more weight, so maybe we'll be able to get most of it. We may have to make a couple of trips to the forge, but that should be okay. That was really unfortunate. Okay. Well. I should have checked the area. I should have cleared the area. But maybe I should be able to get back there. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the transponder. Put it there is fine. And I need to get one of the pteranodons. Man, I'm not sure I'm going to survive the cold. I may check to see if I have enough pelt to make some more gear. At least a couple of pieces so that I don't die immediately. Probably should take Stark. Okay. Do not have enough pelt there. Maybe I have it over here in the bins. I'm gonna need a pickaxe. And I really need a torch, so I'm gonna need to make one of those before I go. There's some pelt. Okay, I just grabbed a handful of stone and wood so I can make a torch. Maybe I have some flint here. I have one. That's good enough to make a torch. I don't even know if I have enough to make... Let's see, I have enough to make probably one of these. Yep, just one. Well, I'm feeling a little bit dumb for that whole thing, but it is what it is. So I put on a couple of hide pieces, and I took that wool cap that I made, and taken Stark and a torch and some food, and I should probably try out this transponder and see if I can use it. Let's see. Oh, can I not use it mounted? That's fun. Okay, well, I'll try it when I get a little bit closer. I have a general idea where I was at, so I should be able to find it. I just think that transponder will make it a lot easier to do. So, we'll catch you back. So, just on a stamina break here, guys, and trying to use the transponder tracker, and is not having it. I don't know what's going on. Kind of disappointed in that. That should be showing me exactly where Mav is. And I don't know why it's not working. So I know I put the transponder node on there. You guys saw it. I put it on there and even demonstrated it just outside the base. So I'm not sure what's happening. But I think I'm going to be able to find him. He's over there in the kind of along that north shore. Shouldn't be a problem. So we're getting closer. And that... So found my body, which is awesome. Need to go ahead and equip all my cold gear. My feet are cold. Look at those guys. They're so cold. Put on all the cold gear. Cool. Well, I gathered up a ton of oil. I think probably close to 1,000 by now. Let's see. Yeah, plenty of oil. And I brought along all the hide that I had collected before. Most of the times, Mav is just filled with hide and meat when I'm killing stuff. So, gonna fly up to the industrial forge that the Tribe of Wonder, our friends in the north, have made, and just go make up some gasoline. Okay, so basically gonna throw. I'm not sure what the ratio is, but I think with practically all this oil, I need to convert to gasoline anyway. So I'm just gonna convert all the oil into gas. Throw all the hide on there. They said that they had some gas here, which should get it started and hopefully cook it up enough. I guess I really only need one to get it started. It'll cook it up, and then the rest of the gas can be mine. These industrial forges are so nice. They cook up metal super quick, and they cook up gasoline much quicker than the regular forge does. So probably not going to make you guys sit and wait through all of it, but maybe we can wait through this first section, or maybe I'll just speed it up. So just probably on the last couple of stacks of gasoline here, I did pull off 100 of the oil just to keep around for kibble and what other recipes need oil. So didn't make all the oil into gasoline, which is fine. We really only need to keep the generator full. There's like 8 slots in the generator, so we need to keep those stacked up and full. And I had already made enough for one stack, so we should be able to fill up the generator and have at least a spare stack sitting around to use, and maybe a stack or two actually. Awesome. So I'm just gonna take all this and put all the gasoline on Mav, and we'll take the hide and that one stack. So I kept one stack of oil, and there's one left too. And we should be able to make it back home. Mav, what did we forget to do? I told you to remind me that on our way back we need to grab a scorpion. Oh my goodness. And I completely forgot. Okay. Well, I think that means that we gotta go find a scorpion, huh, Mav? Yep. Think so. Okay, just got here to the mountain on the redwoods, and there's a purple beacon, so figure I might as well grab it. I don't remember if I've seen scorpions on this mountain, but I assume, why not? Why wouldn't they be here? Ooh, I got a blueprint for a sword, so that means I don't have to learn that Ingram. So guys, no luck finding a scorpion, holy cow. But, as I was flying over here, I found, this beaver dam, which seems like I don't see any beavers around because they will get angry when I steal from it. But they have cementing paste and all kinds of goodies, sometimes pearls, stuff like that. So I'm going to take all that stuff. And the important thing about beaver dams is you want to drop all the wood out of the beaver dam. You can take the wood if you want, but I usually drop it because I can't carry it all. But you want to drop all the wood so you can, so that the beaver dam will respawn at some point. If you leave wood in there, then the beaver dam won't despawn, and therefore a new beaver dam filled with all the goodies won't respawn. So, important lesson about beaver dams: they have tons of goodies, cementing paste, silica pearls, rare flowers, all kinds of good stuff. But always clear them out so they get destroyed, so the new ones will spawn in. Finally found a silly scorpion. I've been around this mountain like 2 or 3 times, and I've just missed him. It is a him, and it's a level 10, so not super excited about that. But you know, to be honest, I'm really just gonna use these guys for eggs. So I don't have any. I do need a male and a female, and a low level isn't a bad thing, I guess. I'm not gonna be using them for attacking or trying to knock stuff out or anything like that. I'm just using them for eggs. So level 10 will be fine. I'll take it back and tame it up in the taming pen, and I'll be back when we're ready for that. Just gonna put him into the taming pen. Hopefully I can get him on the first try, and then we'll knock him out. Okay. Let's knock him out. Oh, laggy. I'm gonna have to bring this back so I can see my crosshairs. Let's knock him out. Oh, it took 1 arrow. Literally 1 arrow. Cool. Easy peasy. He's torpor's kind of low. So this guy takes spoiled meat. I'll leave Mav here to protect him while I run inside and grab some. Okay, I didn't grab any narcotics or anything to knock him out. I don't think it's going to take much. Hopefully he won't need any, but who knows. He's eating kind of slow. Well, that's like 50%. And like 25% torpor's gone, so he should be able to make it. In the meantime, I think I'm gonna go see if I can find another scorpion. Well guys, I came kind of back close to where that other one was, and here's a female level 10. Not super stoked about the level, but like I said, just using these guys for eggs, so I'll just grab her and run her back. The good news is that she'll tame up really quickly, like the male did, and then we'll have some scorpions ready to lay some eggs. Well, since the taming pen is occupado at the moment, with our tame scorpion, you can see his little name tag there. I'm just going to drop this one here in the front lawn and go ahead and knock it out. Hopefully it should only take like 1 arrow, kind of like the other one did, so hopefully it won't take too long. And see if we can... Oh, should put the bird on passive. Definitely need to do that. And it's unconscious. Sweet. Okay, I'm gonna go grab the spoiled meat off of the other guy. Oops. Also want to kill the Dilophosaur so he doesn't kill my scorpion. So I'm gonna grab the spoiled meat off of this one. Cool. And put it on the other one, and hopefully it'll tame up in a couple minutes. So I have enough materials here, fiber, hide, and wood, to make up a couple of these saddles. I can actually make 3, but I really only need 2. So just gonna make 2 scorpion saddles. It just makes it easier moving them around, getting them inside the base and stuff like that. Like I said, they're low level, so I'm not gonna use them for taming or for going out and knocking stuff out or anything like that. Mostly just using them for eggs, but these saddles make it easier to move them around. Just wait for this last one to, I think there's only like 1 bite left, maybe 2. Nope, there it is. Tamed up our Pulmonoscorpius, aka Scorpion. I already crafted up the saddle for it. Go ahead and put it on. These things are wicked cool to run around with. They look neat. From a practical standpoint, I don't use them for much, especially since they're low level, but you can knock stuff out with them. And they just kind of look cool. Running around with their claw attack, their sting attack. Just looks kind of neat. So just gonna come over here to the other one and put the saddle on it to take them both inside. Thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. It's been a lot of fun. We got to tame up a couple of these scorpions. They're skittery and gross, and they're just kind of cool looking. We're going to be using these guys to give us some eggs so that we can make some kibble, so that we can start taming T-Rexes. I'm really excited about that, because that's getting us one step closer to a Quetzal. And so we'll use the scorpions to get the kibble for the Rexes, and then we'll use the Rex kibble to get the Quetzal. And I'm really excited about that. I can't wait for it. So, thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. We had a fun day. I'm glad you stuck around. If you liked the episode, please give me a thumbs up, throw a comment down below, and we'll see you next time.